How are you, sir? We do a podcast about the PPA and how much we hate it.
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you?
Just want to talk about that.
Just 2 minutes. That's all I need from you. Talk about the PPA real quick. What's your experience with them?
Pop a squat there if you want.
I gotta stay limber. My experience is I consider them domestic terrorists.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad?
Yeah. I mean, they're worse than Al Qaeda.
I don't think people would disagree with that.
I
Honestly.
mean, at least Al Qaeda has a purpose. These people are just parasites.
True. Have you? So I'm assuming you've had a lot of run-ins with them.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many?
I've successfully photoshopped myself out of multiple parking tickets.
No way. Let's hear this.
Yeah.
How?
If you put the wrong time in, so let's just say you get a ticket in a metered spot. Let me face away.
We'll blur you out too.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, not that I'm. Anyway, but so I just changed the times back to, and I said, oh, it's your system that's fucked up, not mine. So retroactively, you buy the ticket after you get a ticket. After you get a ticket, and then you correct for your, so you set the clock back.
So if you got a ticket at 6:18, you would Photoshop it like 4:18 and be like, there's
like 6:12 or whatever.
Oh, 6:12.
Yeah.
Okay, you would
So
go that
something
egregious.
like that, yeah. And it
that
works.
usually, how what's the success rate on that?
That's 100%. I have 100% fail rate on actually fighting a ticket for real.
Yeah.
Dude, these fucking cocksuckers, these pieces of shit, they were like, oh yeah, we got a hand part. They told me I had paid one ticket, and they're like, they immediately sent me the same ticket, and they're like, no, it's a new ticket. And I was like, no, it the fuck isn't, man.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was a story of a woman out in Pittsburgh who got a ticket from the PPA.
Yeah.
She was out in Pittsburgh. She's never driven herself in Philadelphia ever.
Yeah.
Well, someone at the PPA, instead of putting a W where the license plate was, they put an M. And her license plate happened to be an M. So she got a ticket in the mail all the way out in Pittsburgh. She's like, listen, I never have driven in Philadelphia. They're like, we can't do anything about it. You got to come fight it. She's like, I got to come drive 6 hours away. She fought it for like 6 months. Finally, all they did was just go back in and was like, oh, this is your license plate? Oh, sorry, we put a W instead of an M.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fucking people we're dealing with.
Wow. Like I said, domestic terrorists worse than Al Qaeda. Good luck with your podcast.
Thank you, man. We really appreciate it, dude. Thanks a lot.
That dude just dropping fucking knowledge.
I love it, dude. That's what we were looking for. And he doesn't even want the socials. He says he's the Batman. He's the Batman of hating people.
Holy shit.
He's got to go protect Gotham, dude.
Oh my God.
He's the Duck Man. He's got a duck on his shirt. It's the Batman. He's Duck Man.
Dude.
That's exactly what we needed from a guy. We needed that gusto, man.
Yeah, dude. I need someone with that much hate. I haven't seen that much hate since Kendrick Lamar recorded Not Like Us.
I like that it's such a level of hatred where it's actually pretty calm and measured. Like the hatred's brewed for so long that it's just become one with it.
Dude, Al Qaeda. That guy could look more and see himself more in Al Qaeda than he could in the PPA. People, that's all you need to know is what we're talking about right
And
now.
it was right off rip too. There was no we're like, what do you think of PPA? It's like, who, those cocksucking terrorists? It's like, whoa,
dude,
okay,
he's been waiting like his entire life to sit down with a podcast.
We
and be
lord
like,
of
hey,
it.
tell us about the PPA, dude.
And he did not pull any punches. I respect it.
You want to hop on? We're doing a podcast where people tell us what they do for a living. Would you like to hop on?
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Hang out.
You can throw those on, grab the microphone.
What's your first name?
Evan.
Evan. Nice. From the area?
Center City, born and raised, Rittenhouse Square.
Wow. Never left?
Yeah, I went to college in Boston and came back.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
What'd you do?
I was a union electrician for 37 years.
Oh,
I've been retired for 5 years.
A blue-collar baby.
Yes.
One of us.
Went to Northeastern in Boston, came back here, and got in the union and did that for...
So did you use your degree? Because Northeastern's a really, really good school.
I mean, I didn't use my degree as an electrician. Then I went to 5 years of trade school after 5 years of Northeastern because of the co-op.
Were your parents pissed?
No. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you're a union electrician, I'm about 13 years ahead of a doctor in the earning curve who's paying medical school. He's paying malpractice insurance.
Sure.
He's an intern, and I'm making six figures 10 years ahead of him.
That's actually big on TikTok right now.
That's right.
He's in his late 40s or 50s before he's caught up to me.
Yeah.
So people might look down at you, but a union electrician right now probably makes minimum $1.50 starting.
Wow.
You know, that's without overtime.
Yeah, if you I don't know if you're on TikTok, but
No,
we're
I'm
on
not.
TikTok.
I'm not on any media.
Yeah.
The trades are like really big right now.
The
Like,
trades have always been the go-to.
but people
Yeah,
are
but people
starting
don't
to
know
realize
it because they always
yeah.
look down the trades.
it's a stigma. There's a weird
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
like
stigma.
aura
Always
about
been
it.
on that one.
As somebody who could barely
You could
do 4 years of
side
college,
work all the time if you want. You know,
Also,
or a doctor can't do side
If
work.
you want to
Yeah.
fix up a house,
You want to fix up a house?
don't got to call an electrician.
Yeah.
I got my guy Evan.
What
Yeah.
we're trying to say is doctors are idiots.
Yeah,
You heard
doctors.
it here
Well,
first.
no,
We don't need doctors, is what we're saying.
No, but you know, you could go on vacation, and if you go to the Union Hall in Hawaii, you could sign up and work for a week. You know,
Absolutely.
get a paid vacation.
Oh, it's like a
So-
traveling nurse.
Yeah.
It is like the odd job of somebody who can actually do some kind of manual labor or actually help around the house is so. I mean, you call the uncle who can get everything done.
Yeah, you know how many
Yeah.
times I get side call, you know, people for side jobs?
Yeah.
I don't do side jobs, but I get calls all the time, you know, a ceiling fan or a light fixture or something.
Absolutely.
Is Philadelphia a good union city?
Philadelphia is one of the few union cities left. Yeah, there's not many.
What are the other ones?
I think Chicago, New York, you know, East Coast,
Yeah.
big cities.
What labor were you in? Shout the boys out. What number?
Local 98.
Beautiful.
IBW.
Cool. Oh, I know those guys. They sponsor the Phillies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Were you part of the one? Were you there when Jim Tomei came?
Yeah. I wasn't there. I mean, I was in the union. I remember when he showed up at the stadium.
So Jim Tomei comes for his free agency visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad was a union laborer.
Yeah, all the 98 guys were outside
So
cheering him
What
on.
a good move.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a great
Yeah,
move.
he
I didn't
signed to
know
the
that.
Phillies.
Yeah,
No
he signed with
kidding.
the Phillies, yeah.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. That's so cool. I mean, I think right now, like people, you know, I went to college. I had a marketing degree, so I guess I technically do what I did. What did you do in college?
Finance. I had the face and the haircut. I don't have the job. It's not.
I did business management.
Yeah.
you
Oh, there we go.
The
So-
co-op for 5 years.
I
you
think
know.
that's the go-to when you don't really feel like being in college. It's like, I'll get a business degree, shut the parents up, and then I'll
Right.
go from there. It
Yeah.
really is the move.
What would you, if someone's like watching this right now, going through college or just out of college? Because like I went through it. I used to work at the big tower in the sky, Comcast. I was in recruiting. I hated my life.
Okay.
Good job. Don't
I
get
got
me
a couple
wrong.
buddies there.
Yeah, good job, good people and everything. But you know, you're doing the same thing, the rat race and all that stuff.
Right.
And I knew I wasn't supposed to be where I was, and I was kind of like, you know, 26 years old, being like, damn, life's over.
So what do you do now?
So now I do this and I do content and stuff. So I
Okay.
was one of the lucky ones. I got out.
You got out?
I got out. What advice though would you give people if they were watching this, like kind of in college right now or out of
I
college?
think if you can get in any of the building trades, a carpenter is a great trade, electrician, plumber, and if you're not aspirations to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, then you know I would get in the building trades. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can get in, you know, it's tough to get in, but if you can get in, you know, I would get in. you
So,
know.
but is that even for people who aren't kind of like innately handy? Like, is it something that
well,
you think
no.
can be learned?
First of all, you can't be afraid of heights.
Sure.
Okay, I'm out.
That'll do. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
because
can do.
you know you're on a deck job on a high rise, 30 stories up. You know.
You're afraid of heights? You're 6'5", dude. Don't look down. You're screwed.
And then
makes
you
no
have to be
sense.
somewhat handy or want to be handy, you know.
Yeah, sure.
If you have no desire to be handy, then don't bother.
Yeah.
Again, not a union guy. I am probably the opposite of any union guy. I'm not handy. My
Well,
goal
it doesn't have to be union. It could be union, non-union,
But
whatever.
my goal in
Yeah.
life is to make so much money that I don't ever have to fix things and I can
I'm
just
the same
pay
way.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
See?
I want you.
Yeah.
We'd call you. We'd say,
Yeah.
please help.
Okay.
Do you need any nephews?
No, I don't. I'm
You're
good.
not recruiting any nephews?
I'm
We
good.
could
No,
really
no.
use you here.
No.
I rent, and I just had to call. I poured beans down my garbage disposal, and they don't break down.
Oh, yeah?
So I had to call a real man to come unclog my garbage disposal earlier this week.
That's
Someone
pretty
that
bad.
unclog his
That's-
beans.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad. That's
I thought they
unhandy.
could beans. I didn't think were that damn dense.
Yeah.
This is a true story. I probably shouldn't have shared live
Also,
on the internet. But
potato peels. You're not supposed to throw down there.
yeah, there's too many. I didn't
Oil
realize.
too, right?
Oil too. Yeah.
Or
Really?
grease?
Well,
Yeah,
if you rent,
grease.
you know, whatever. Let it
Yeah,
rip,
sure,
dude.
I'm a
It's their
renter,
pipes.
so.
Yeah.
See, I don't
Yeah.
do any social media. No Facebook, TikTok. I don't even know how to get on that stuff.
Well, that's-
I'm
yeah.
old, so
It's a good move.
Probably for the best.
yeah. Well, too old to learn it.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate college?
82,
82. Wow, you look very young.
66.
You think the union would,
Oh, my
would,
goodness.
would weather you a little bit?
Yeah.
I've seen some union guys.
Well, I was at the convention center for 27 years.
That's a good
and
gig.
That was a good gig.
Yeah.
So I was only on deck for 9 years.
Okay.
If I was on deck my whole life, I'd be a little more banged up.
Sure.
Yeah. Is there any projects that like anyone would know around the city that you've worked on?
Liberty 1, Liberty 2, the Rittenhouse Hotel right here. This hotel.
And then
yeah.
Liberty 1 and Liberty 2 are right in front
Yeah,
of us right here, which
yeah.
is really cool.
Rittenhouse was my first job.
Cool.
Went from the ground
Still
up.
standing. Looks good.
Still standing. I worked down the casinos, the Playboy, the Claridge.
Really?
Playboy. Where was the Playboy at?
Well, they're all closed. The first
Yeah.
3 I worked at. It was down the casino.
Where Sugar House is, or
Trump.
now?
There was a Trump, the Playboy, the Claridge, the Brighton. The first 3 or 4 closed down.
That was down in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Any crazy stories? Anything you saw while you were working down there? Or?
A lot of crazy stories, but we don't have enough time.
Give us one.
We have all the time in the world.
Seriously, we're just 2 guys in a park.
Where's this going to?
It's
YouTube.
just YouTube, yeah.
YouTube?
If you want to censor it or leave
Yeah, you
names
can
out,
leave
by all
names
means,
out and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I mean, there were some crazy stories at the convention center when I first got down there. There was a lot of pilferage. So if you needed a TV, exhibitors would come with all their TVs.
Right.
And I saw a guy go in the hopper in the restroom, an exhibitor, with his TV. A forklift came, picked up the TV, put it on a pickup truck, and took off before he got out of the bathroom. And or you would say I'm working there. I wanted a TV. The TVs would go in the back on the trucks. You would take the TV out of the box. The box would get checked, the right amount of boxes. They would get to California, an empty box with no TV in it.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
Because they would do the checks, but
Sure.
no TV would be in
Yeah.
it. And then guys would take TVs, put them in the parking lot out back, and another guy would break into the car and take it off him. You can't report a TV that's already stolen.
Right.
And the guys were stealing TVs off of each other.
And well, I'm guessing this is probably a while ago, so TVs are probably heavy as hell at this point. The boxes are probably
this
massive.
is when the flat screen just came out.
Okay, just got a flat screen.
so
Let me see,
Okay.
I get there in 93, so early 90s.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I saw fights. I mean, in the 90s at the convention center, everybody's making big money, and there was 600 guys from different, brought up in different neighborhoods, and it was, the trades were fighting each other for work, and so there was fights every day, fist fights every day. They brought a guy down there named the Gorilla. You know who the Gorilla is?
Never good. No.
Let me show you a picture. Hold on.
I have an image in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you just have a picture of the gorilla on your phone.
It's a wallpaper, yeah.
Oh my God, that's his.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The headline is "Gorilla is out of jail and the law is watching." So
he
this
was out
guy.
of the Pagans. So the carpenters brought him down there to straighten out the laborers, because the laborers were muscling on the carpenters' work. So they gave him a union ticket. He's not a carpenter.
You just hired him to be the muscle.
Yeah, just hired him to be the muscle, and he went around knocking her. He was like 9-0. He's undefeated down there.
So he would just challenge a guy to a fight, like maybe
he
the
knocked
leader.
me out. Yeah.
Why did you go against the gorilla?
Well, I didn't go against him. He said I was being a smartass, and
Were you being a smartass?
probably, yeah. So then afterwards, I had to get a mob guy to come with me and apologize to him because I was afraid they'd burn my house down.
Oh my
So I had
God,
to
really?
apologize to him for beating me up. He's 300, I'm 150.
Yeah.
He asked me if I wanted some more. I said I didn't want any to begin with. You know?
Yeah, I wasn't even hungry. Yeah.
So how did the gorilla pick and choose who he went after?
Well, his higher ups would say, "Look, this guy's trying to muscle in our work." And he called a picket line. He said, "Anybody cross it, I'll knock him out." A guy tried crossing, he knocked him right out.
Holy shit!
His own picket line at the convention center.
And was the gorilla from the area?
Yeah, he's a South Philly dude.
South Philly guy.
Yeah.
Now, when you went against him, did you get any licks in, anything, or just kind of
he
one and done
knocked
type?
me out, but
yeah.
I kind of got my bones getting in the fight with him.
Sure.
Oh, so you got some street cred.
Yeah, I got
It
the
has
street
to.
cred.
I mean,
sick.
that guy's
And
massive.
he ended up getting shot 9 times and survived.
50
Holy
cent.
50 cents.
Yeah, I brought in Oregon in broad daylight, and
Brought in Oregon and brought that in
Yeah,
broad
yeah.
daylight. The gorilla's still with us.
he's still alive. Yeah, he got out of jail. Took like 4 cops to get him at the convention center. They had to knock his legs down, double cuff him.
Wow. So you get a little bit of kind of cred from that. Did you interact with him at all after, or kind of see each other and
His
go,
name's
look?
Steve.
Okay.
Steve Monteviegro. Yeah. Turns out maybe 20 years later, my brother's in a car show, in a car club. So he said, every 10 guys get to dinner, and we talk about cars. So we got to dinner. They wanted to hear some stories. I told them about the gorilla story. Another guy in the car club was the gorilla's brother.
Oh my God,
I didn't even know it.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They don't talk, but it was his brother.
dude,
Yeah.
that's sick.
And then one guy got knocked down, and they drew a chalk outline on the
No way.
at the convention center on the ground, where he got knocked out.
Dude, there's a bunch of fucking comedians in the
It's
trades.
unbelievable. I would have never known that the union got down like this. Maybe I'm just naive, but I didn't realize that there was this much kind
It's a
of.
lot different.
Are there
now.
any good
Sure.
books for anyone to read, or do you read, or
true.
you just kind of lived it, so you don't really give a shit?
I mean, there's plenty of mob books. There's no
Yeah.
books about the convention center.
Wow.
But yeah, it was interesting.
Do you have any buddies that are still in it? Do you know what
yeah,
it's like
a lot
today?
of buddies. Yeah, I mean, meet the guys maybe every 2 weeks for lunch. You know.
Okay. Is it better or is it worse now?
No, it's much better. They cleaned it all up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My business agent at the time is named Johnny Dougherty.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's the one that got me down to the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
I met him in '93. I was laid off. I was number 700 on the list.
Wow.
In '91, my number came up. '93, we had lunch. He says, well, I got this gig at the convention center. He says, at the time, it was part-time. You know, there wasn't a lot of shows down there.
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, I need one more year to get vested. I said, I'll go down there. I ended up staying there 27 years. You know.
Wow.
So Johnny Doc, he's always in the news, everything. Yeah. But what's he like from a perspective of a guy who...
Well, first of all, he kept me working for 36 years, so I have nothing bad to say about him.
That's fair.
You know,
Loyalty.
he was... he's a diehard for his guys, you know.
Yeah.
He you know, the other stuff I have no comment on.
Yeah.
But you know, he was good for me, so he kept my family, you know.
I gotta say, man, you must have loved it because you came on here and you're like, if you're looking for a job, go into the trades, don't be scared. And you did it, and you got your shit rocked by a guy named the Gorilla. You must have loved the job.
I loved the job.
Yeah.
I could have worked 10 more years, but with our pension and annuity, it was cheaper for me to stay home than
Sure.
working. And why should I risk getting injured?
Yeah, that's
But
the biggest
it's a
endorsement.
great gig if you know. Plus, I had a good gig at the convention center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
even in the field, it's a good gig.
One last
Absolutely.
question for you. You're retired now.
Yeah.
I mean, you lived a great life. You lived an exciting life. What the hell do you do to compensate for it now?
That's a good question. My mom's
buddy.
96,
How are
so I go take care of her bills.
Yeah.
I go eat lunch in the city and walk around and do this and just kill the day.
For 27 years, you had the time of your
Yeah.
life, and now
You
it's time to
earned
settle
it.
down. I like it.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Very
Evan,
nice.
right?
Nice talking to you, Evan.
Dude.
Yeah, great meeting
Awesome.
you. Thanks
Great
for coming
stories
on.
and everything. We really appreciate it.
Hey guys.
Hi, ladies.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey friends.
Hey, how are you?
Hey guys.
Hi, ladies.
Hey down here.
Hey.
Hey wasabi.
Hey.
How we doing?
How's your day going?
How are we?
You doing okay? Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
what's up? How you doing?
Welcome.
You guys want to sit down and hang out for a
Hey,
little
you want
bit?
to come on the podcast? How are you?
Great.
My name's Kyle. This is Matt.
Nice to meet you.
We're the
Sounds
men
about right.
What's that mean?
Kyle and Matt. Common names.
Okay.
Shauna, nice to meet you.
Shauna, come on. I think we're getting off on the wrong
Shauna,
foot
I don't
here.
wanna start
I
that
think you
way,
have
Shauna.
predisposed ideas about the fellas.
Yeah, I don't think you like us. I think you think a little differently than we really
Yeah.
are. So anyway, we're the Men at Work podcast. And the reason why we're out here is we ask you what they do for a living. And then we also want to find out who people are voting for and how it affects their job.
Great. So I'm a healthcare worker.
Love it. And then who are you voting for?
Kamala.
Kamala. Okay.
Just kidding. Kamala.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that. Said it wrong initially and reversed it. I've been there many times.
Yeah.
So what
It
leads
was
you?
intentional.
Okay.
Oh, why?
Because of the mispronunciation of her name.
Is that
Oh,
widespread?
Did I mispronounce it?
No, just in general.
Oh, okay. And sorry, so I get the right pronunciation. What is it?
Kamala?
Kamala.
Yeah, I've definitely been a Kamala guy.
I've gone back and forth.
go back
I
and
hit,
forth.
yeah, because
How
I think
do you
I'm
go
being
back
sure.
and forth on how
Well,
someone else pronounces
Like
their
water,
name.
crown, crayon.
But it's someone's name, not like an object.
I just can't be perfect.
Yeah.
I try my hardest just to be the best guy I can be.
So what? So I feel like
Thanks,
you.
Kyle.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah,
Shauna.
people call me Kylie. Happens.
So you're a healthcare
Oh,
worker.
no, people have called me lots of things.
Well, we're just calling you
Not us.
happy for sitting down with us.
Yeah.
So you're a healthcare worker. You're voting for Kamala. Do those things mix together? Do you inform your decision?
All right, come on.
I said it right.
I was just checking.
He said it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind talking to the mic. Sorry, we can't really hear you.
No, it's cool. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
So you're a healthcare worker. You're voting for Kamala. Are those two things intertwined, or do you look at your politics different from how it works with your job? Are there things in your job that inform how you vote and why you're voting for Kamala?
It's, I mean, both.
Mm-hmm.
So it would, meaning like the party and the particular politics depend on what kind of thing I'm voting for. So, of course.
Sure.
But I don't know how to answer that.
Do you want to reference the question differently?
Yeah, I guess we just wonder about, you hear about people who are voting maybe for Trump because they're worried about how much money they're making. You hear about people that work at a certain job series, and I think the job series or what they do for a living would obviously inform who they're voting for. Is there anything directly in your job that has led you to vote for Kamala, or is it like a totally
sure.
outside
I'm in
thing?
healthcare. I mean, usually you vote Democrat because they, for the most part, put in more human rights and
Got it.
that kind of.
Has there ever been a Republican candidate that was actually good for healthcare?
Yes.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know off the top of my head, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is that like a thing that's maybe is instead of being like a specific candidate, is it somebody that's assigned to like certain parties? Is there a party that's better for your line of work?
Democrat.
Democrat in general.
for
Okay.
the most part.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Are you a doctor, a nurse, a PhD? Or are you in
Mental health.
mental health? Okay.
Okay.
And have you found that like mental health, a lot of your industry sways Democrat?
They have to
They have to. Why so?
because of the policies.
Policies in terms of like funding and not getting a lot
Not
of fun.
necessarily
No?
even money, just the mindset.
We're two idiots that don't follow politics.
Yeah,
so,
we're
like,
not
yeah, I
really.
can see.
What is it? You're coming very angry. We're just hanging out. We're hanging 10, Shona.
I don't.
But
feel
what kind
angry.
of policies?
I don't feel angry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, you just agree that we're idiots. Usually people at least just be polite. We'll just say, oh, whatever.
It didn't
Why
feel
would I be
like
polite?
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
I know.
Of course. Yeah.
So that's why I come off angry to you.
Why is that?
Because you think I'm supposed to be polite.
No, I don't. I just said you could.
I'm in mental
I have
health.
no.
You said you wanted to talk about work.
Yes.
So that's your perception.
So you're obviously not a fan of the other side. Do you look at their mental health like there's something
I
wrong?
don't believe in sides. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so you're voting for Kamala. It's come down to Kamala Trump. Do you look at people who
Because I
support
have
Trump?
to.
Right. But do you look at people who are supporting Trump as there might be something from a mental health perspective that you?
Yes, Trump is very ill.
Right.
Anybody that speaks the way he speaks about minorities and women, I mean, that's narcissism. 80% of mental health and healthcare believes that. It's not like we don't have a back and forth about it for
Sure.
the most part. I mean, certain areas of the country,
Mhm.
sure.
But his supporters in particular, like people that are just gung ho nuts, kind of.
The poorly educated?
Is that what you think it is? It's just an education issue. They don't.
No, I think it's a race issue for the
Oh,
most
wow.
part.
Okay, so it's multiple things.
Gotcha.
I can read micro expressions.
Oh, what's that?
Exactly.
what do you think the micro expressions that we're giving? Or is it about us? You're saying, or about the people who support Trump?
Everybody has micro expressions. It's like asking me if somebody has an eye.
Yes, but you brought it up. I thought maybe you noticed some specific micro expressions on our part, or like from
Yes,
them.
so I have worked with sex offenders
Okay.
for about 20 years.
Okay.
And I have a 90% rate of being able to figure out if someone could assault somebody prior to them doing so.
Right.
And I can tell you for sure that Trump is a rapist, and I didn't need the news media or the fake news media
Sure.
to tell me that.
Makes
Got
sense.
it. Okay. All right. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank
having
you for
on. We
sitting down.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Nice to
appreciate
meet
it.
you.
Yeah, we have. Sorry, I got a little clammy.
No,
Um,
no problem.
He's got all the
Thank you.
socials for you and everything.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
And thank you for sitting down.
Yeah, thank you very much. We
Look at
appreciate
it.
it.
We're just gonna bring the next guy on with the dog. Yeah. Furries have jobs.
Furries have jobs.
Furries have jobs, right?
Furries with jobs.
This
Okay.
Fox is saying sometimes. You're retired? Wow.
Oh my God, you have like animatronics. His mouth moves when that
dude,
one's
what's-
pretty sick.
Dude, that's crazy. You just want to come on the pod? Just totally ruin our intro? Just come on.
We'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
The animatronics is very exciting to see.
Here, go. Take a seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
it's a trap.
I promise you, it's
Yeah.
Trap by M. Night Shyamalan.
I've already been on there.
Huh?
I've already been on Fox News.
You been on Fox News? Did you just bark at me?
He is a fox, dude. He is Fox News.
Here, talking to the mic.
Rarf. Rar, 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 rar,
Beautiful.
Rar, 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 rar.
So you've been on Fox News?
Not intentionally, but yeah.
Talking to the mic.
Ruff.
I like the rubs at the end.
The barking's great.
Yes.
by
Rarf,
the way.
rarf, rarf.
What's your
Google
persona?
Pup Ravage, and it's all over the place.
Pup Ravage?
Pup Ravage. Rarf.
That's your name?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, welcome to the Philadelphia Pup Ravage.
Oh, thank you. Philadelphia. What is this though?
This is a podcast called Men at Work. We ask people what they do for a living.
Oh, but I'm retired.
What'd you used to do?
Rar, I was in the Army for almost 30 years.
Wow.
Well, thank
Wait,
you for your service. Of
Are you the
course.
guy who went viral who retired from the military and then said, by the way, I'm a furry, and like all the Chinese and all the Russian bots were making fun of us because our military are furries?
Rar,
Is that you?
rar, 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 rar.
No way.
Is that really you?
Shane Gillis has an entire joke about it in his special.
On Twitter, and I saw a picture of this guy. He was retiring from the military, and when he retired, he posted a picture of himself, full military uniform, all of his medals, but he was wearing a furry mask.
Are you aware of this?
Rar.
Wait, hold on.
Are you aware of all this?
Right? Yes. Rar.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
Rar.
Dude, we're meeting a literal famous furry right
This
here.
is so cool.
What?
So
Dude, so you were like You're like droning motherfuckers and then dressing up like a furry on the weekends.
I was a colonel. I don't do drones.
Talking to Mike.
The comedian did that, but he promoted
Talking to
me
Mike.
general. I was only a colonel. I'm a general. So
That's
yeah.
a colonel.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so-
god,
Dude, that's a high rank.
Well, I don't know.
This is
I can't get over the mouth. The mouth is moving. I love it.
the most famous person we've had on this podcast.
Shit, dude.
So we have to ask. So you're somewhat semi-famous now. So I imagine you've seen the Shane Gillis bit. He's a Philly guy.
Yeah.
What
He
was your
promoted
reaction?
me.
What did you think when you first saw it? He's talking
I
about.
don't know. I mean, I didn't see it at first, but I mean, of course, people like, oh my God, have you seen this? And because he did that, and then I guess some cartoon thing did it like 2 months ago.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, we're turning you up. We want to make sure we can hear in the mic.
It's fine.
Right. Yeah, yes, right.
I love the
I love this.
roof, everything.
This
Right.
Holy shit! So wait, so did the good old boys know that you were a furry when you were basically telling them to do push-ups and run miles and stuff?
No. I mean, I've been obviously gay forever, and I've spent 3/4 of my life
didn't.
under Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
true.
I had to
Yeah.
hide all of my life,
Yeah.
my private life, from
Shame,
my
yeah.
professional life.
Sweet.
And so
Wow,
it was
that's sweet.
always, even after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was dropped, it still was at such a high rank. It's still like,
Yeah.
if I want to advance in rank, I need to keep this stuff quiet.
Yeah.
And so, I did until the day after I retired, and I posted that infamous picture, and then all hell break loose. So,
God.
This is. I mean, I'm like nervous. I'm around a real celebrity here. But I mean, so did it change your interactions? Did it change your interactions at the furry convention after you get a little more fame
Well,
from
no,
it, or?
was, I've been a pup and stuff for a long time.
talking to Mike.
I know.
Sorry.
I've
It's all
been
good.
a pup for a
You're
long
colonel.
time.
Yeah.
And that was what, first, and I was interested in furry, but at the end I was living in Hawaii for the past 4 years, and you don't wear this shit in Hawaii because you die.
Sure.
So I was gonna get into this after I retired, and and pup and fur have some overlap. There's a Venn diagram there. So yeah. And then it all broke down, and I had so much support from the fur community after all that shit went down with Fox News.
Right.
I'm like, well, I'm going to dive headfirst into this, and I started going to conventions. Gosh, it's only been like a year and a half now.
Right.
But yeah, I'm all in, and I'm having a great time.
I'm surprised you don't have any security walking around with you. I mean, we're in the presence of a star.
Yeah.
It's a small convention. It's all like, small con. Yeah.
So how's your life changed since all the whole viral stuff?
Actually, I mean, a year and a half ago when this happened, I'm like, this is fucking. I'm sorry.
No, you can curse. You can curse.
It was fucking horrible because,
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, my Twitter was open,
Mhm.
but my Facebook was open,
Mhm.
and these people found out my
Got
name.
it.
They went after
Oh.
myself and my siblings and my parents,
yeah.
and they're all getting hateful messages.
Yeah, it's awful.
And so I just shut everything down. But in hindsight, I've gotten so many new friends and just supporters and stuff that, I wouldn't wish it again, but I've just met so many good people through this experience that I'm not super. I wouldn't have wanted to do it again, but I'm not sorry it happened at this point.
You've
Because I just
learned,
met
yeah.
so many good people.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like
Wow,
that.
that's pretty.
Can I
that's-
boop you? Oh my god!
That is so. I have to ask. We've seen a lot of incredible costumes so far today. Never with the mouth that moves along with somebody speaking. That's got to be high tech.
This is, it's Sarah Cat Fursuits, and she's here. She has a booth downstairs.
Nice.
And because most of my stuff, pup hoods don't move, and most fur hoods don't move, but she.
Yeah.
She's got springs and stuff, and it's amazing.
That
And
is
I
so.
really
It
love
looks.
this, and so yeah.
Looks
It
great.
looks incredible. Looking at you, it feels like I'm talking to an actual.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the Fox, the dirt bike regalia
No,
too.
I have a motorcycle. I've got
Are they sponsored?
Duke that's an orange, so I actually ride in this. Well,
Are they-
without this, but yeah.
Are they
So I ride
sponsored?
this- What's
You
that?
gotta get some sponsorship dollars, dude. You're promoting this shit for free. You're famous, dude.
I'm not sure this is the right sponsorship they want, but yeah.
Why not? Attack another demo.
Yeah, this is incredible.
I don't know.
Dude, you're a
whole
colonel.
demographic that doesn't want anything.
You're
to
a
do with me,
colonel in the military. You could tell anybody anything. You're giving out demands, dude.
Oh, it's been fun.
Can you
I've
give us
enjoyed
your best colonel voice, like what the voice you would use if you're like really trying to get something done? Because I know obviously colonels are dealing with some of the most higher stress things on the planet.
No, I mean you don't have to be an asshole. It's rank doesn't matter. It's your they're going to follow you if they trust you. If they trust you as a leader, not just because you're wearing something on your thing,
Or something on your head.
your shoulders, and that's when I was doxxed, when they threw my name out.
Yeah.
That's probably the most proud thing I was, that a lot of people I didn't know, a lot of alt-right and religious people came after me, but nobody I ever served with, nobody I ever led came out and like said, yeah, he was a fucking asshole. I hated him all the time.
So the boys were cool. They had your back.
I've never had anybody have that.
Yeah.
They came to my defense.
That's awesome.
Good.
Even
Good.
not knowing this part about me. So
That's awesome.
I was happy about that.
That's very cool to hear. That's very cool. Well, I mean, I guess before we let you run, again, thank you for hanging out with us. I don't know if it's just beautiful timing. Shane Gillis is in Philadelphia this whole time. I swear to God, I think he's like doing shows at Helium.
Really?
At
You
some
should
point,
literally sit in the crowd.
if
you
you
should
could
go.
get,
I've got my brown pup hood with me. If you
Dude, maybe we set that up.
look, I'll tell you
this
this.
picture. I've got that brown pup hood with me. So
I think he'll be at Helium maybe next Monday. If you're around, this could be in the cards. So,
that's awesome.
yeah, settle the
the
score.
Rough, indeed.
Man,
Dude, Ravage, thank you so much,
This
man.
was great. It was
Hey,
great
thank you
meeting
for
you.
your service.
thank you for your service. Yeah,
You
seriously.
got a
appreciate it.
you got a great mentality.
Thank
you
you
got a
so
great
much.
roof.
Ruff, ruff.
Roof. Dude, awesome. That's sick. That is so funny. Oh my god.
I mean,
That dude literally. That dude. Well, we didn't win Afghanistan, but it wasn't because of Ravage. I want to put that out there. It wasn't because of Ravage.
Ravage, thank you again for your service. Thank you for hanging out.
He wasn't
Thank
the
you.
one. Yeah, he wasn't looking for the WMDs. He was just directed where to go.
He is the WMD, dude. He is the weapon of mass destruction. That was
Oh my god.
everything about it, from the animatronic talking, where I don't know if you get this, dude. I am gonna fuck a furry. I don't know what's happening.
Did you get a hall pass?
I got one. I don't. Whatever, dude. Something that if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and she can deal with the aftermath. They look at you like the eyes are beautiful and big and excited, and then when you get the mouth moving, and also like something about a skater boy wearing like the Fox body armor, like a little motorcyclist type thing. That gets me. I'm excited as heck, dude.
Brings you back to the boyhood.
Yeah, man. I have a penis erection.
Oh
I
my
have.
God.
Yeah.
Is that
That's Tyler, the creator.
No, this is Ben Simmons' agent. Is this Rich Paul? Is this Rich Paul?
Yeah, I think it might be Richie Paul.
What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Come on the pod. Wherever you want to sit. Sit on this side because we have headphones for you. What's up, man? How are you? What's your first name?
Chris.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I'm Kyle. This is Matt.
What's up, man?
Pleasure.
We're the Men at Work podcast. We ask people what they do for a living.
Okay.
And we just go around places, random places like Shank's Original. What do you do for a living?
Well, right now I have two ways to make money. I do Roadie, which is a company through UPS. You basically same day delivery for anything, and you don't have to package it.
Wow.
So mainly lately I've been doing a lot of luggage delivery. I'm not sure if you heard about Delta in the news recently.
Yeah, we have.
Issues.
Delta's screwed. Tell us about that a little bit. What's going on with
I'm
Delta?
not really keen on exactly what's going on.
We'll fill in
but
the
they have
blanks.
a
As
lot
much as
of,
you know.
a lot of luggage that hasn't reached its destination when it should have. So
How long ago was this?
I believe like 2 weeks.
Is this
give or
because of
take.
the crowd strike shut down, or is this because
I think it's all
hurricane?
bleeding together, right? Like all the plane issues is also bleeding into like all the issues with luggage. Is that about right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Damn.
So as well as I've been doing a lot of luggage deliveries for them.
Yeah.
And I also been doing Instacart. I haven't been doing it as much, but that was my main source of income for
So
about
this
6 years
roadie,
now.
this roadie app, I'm guessing it is.
Yes, in that.
Is it a pretty lucrative deal? Because like people like probably don't even know about it. So like the rates are got to be pretty good, right?
Can be.
Yeah.
Depends on distance. I'll say it depends on distance and time of day. Because
Got it.
pay typically goes up when it gets later. And if you're going like Harrisburg, then of course they're going to pay more.
Damn, you going that far?
Yeah, sometimes.
Where's the farthest
I've
you've
gone
been?
About 3 hours, 15 minutes out. and still in Pennsylvania, but I'm not even familiar with what part it was. That was prescription delivery. So
Okay.
they do prescriptions,
This
luggage.
place is called Roadie?
Roadie. It's not a
Have you heard
physical
it?
place. It's just an app.
I bring roadies every time I drive, but that's kind of a different thing.
ROADIE.
Oh,
Through
yeah,
GPS.
same spelling.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. How'd you hear about it?
How did I hear about it? I think it was just like a random search because at one point I love on-demand type jobs where I can log on and log off as I please.
Yeah, the gig economy, I think.
Yeah,
is what they call it.
exactly. So I was just searching those type apps at one point in time, and I found quite a few, and that one was one that stuck basically.
Wow.
So back to the Delta thing. I mean, like it seems like planes are just losing their minds right now. Like flights are delayed, all these different issues. Like, what's up? What do you think the primary issue is with the luggage deliveries? What would you guess? You don't have to give
can't
your.
say I'm informed enough to really speak on the
Give
topic.
us your opinion.
but-
Roadie's not going to.
Like, are people pulling the things out and like wearing the stuff and like wearing my coolest T-shirt? Is that happening?
I have no idea. I just know there's a lot of luggage that's not where it should be. Some doesn't meet its connecting flight. Some like they told me one time I got there that a Spirit Airlines flight, Delta representative telling me Spirit Airlines flight didn't take off, sat on the runway for 6 hours, and I guess they canceled or whatever happened. I don't know the technicality, but they end up having to process their luggage. So we were delivering Delta Airline and Spirit Airlines luggage to where it needed to be.
Really?
So,
Well, that makes it all seems connected because I'm a big thrifter myself, and a lot of the thrifts I go to, they say one of their biggest ways of getting like nicer, higher brand clothes in is if a luggage bag goes unclaimed, it gets sold to like these thrift stores, like these for-profit thrift stores.
Really?
I've been murdering at the thrifts lately, dude. I've been finding crazy shit, and I think it's just
give us one thing.
Got a YSL tweed jacket not too long ago.
Damn,
it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, this is crazy. So I think your guy's misfortune, which it's very sad to hear.
He's not misfortune. He's making money off of it.
True.
Yeah, but I got a it's not thrift, but I got from Kohl's recently. I had $20 Kohl's cash,
Nice.
and they had an 85% off deal on top of the already sale priced items.
Yeah. Love it.
So this shirt I got for, okay, let me just say, I got 3 shirts. One is a $50 shirt and 2 $30 shirts.
Awesome.
I paid $3.24.
Bang, dude.
After the 20
For all 3?
For all 3,
That's awesome.
total. After the Kohl's cash and the sale prices, $3.
You can't beat Kohl's.
So I'm so interested in this Roadie. I want to go back to it. What is like your day to day usually when you're like you just go down to the airport and what happens?
Yeah. So basically, they post the delivery details. 1 item, 3 items, however many. Which company it's working for? Because you could do Southwest as well. They also do deliveries. But and you press accept or decline. You see the details, the pay, the distance, etc.
So it's like Uber. If you want to swipe on the thing, you can
accept. Head there, press arrive. You go in, say you're picking up such and such, etc. And pretty much you may have to sign something, you may not. Check off.
How much does Roadie take off the top?
I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure they're getting something.
Oh yeah, they have to get something. Like I think I don't know what it is with Uber. I know back in the day it was probably like 10%. I don't know if it's still like that. It probably has risen and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, man, I'm just thinking about it. It's such an awesome idea because like so many people, and it's just Delta doing it. It's no one else. Like you don't do it for anyone else.
This Southwest does
does it
luggage
too?
deliveries.
Because getting your luggage back is a bitch.
Nightmare. I've never had to deal with it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Have you? You ever had to get your luggage back after you get home from the flight?
Once my luggage got stuck in Tennessee and we were home.
And you had to come all the way back to Philly to get it? Or
no, they end up delivering it to us.
How long did it take?
A couple days.
Oh, okay, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, and
I
for you,
live
it's
in
probably
Philly,
not.
so
Yeah.
I know a lot of
its way back
times.
to
I know a lot of times over like Christmas, like it can take like 2 weeks to get up if someone loses their luggage. That's crazy.
But for you, there's not a big upfront cost. Like all the stuff in your luggage, you probably got for like $9 at Kohl's, and you're like, whatever, dude. I'll just head back and hit the sales, dude.
And then Instacart.
Yeah,
Damn,
Instacart.
dude.
I love Instacart. I've been doing it
hate
for 6
Instacart.
years. I was one of the the first shoppers when they first started it up.
You still like it?
I love the service. I don't love the pay.
Because it's
now
probably-
it's a lot more work for a lot less.
That's what
pay.
they do. That's what Uber did.
They
Uber
reel
was
you
like,
in and then they.
Uber's like, come here, dude. You can make like $75,000. You're $100,000. We're gonna put the taxis out of business.
Postmates did it.
Postmates.
Caviar has done it. It's
That's what I hate.
happening with DoorDash.
It seems crazy.
Yes.
Well, I'm hearing reports, like I'm seeing it on Twitter and everything, that like they've surveyed a lot of like DoorDashers and Instacarters, and they're like, if the food looks good, about 60% of people will take like a little piece of that. Have you ever dipped in?
You give people Pac-Man pizzas?
No.
Are we sure about this, dude?
I love my high ratings.
You ever put slipped a little item in on someone's tab?
No.
Like a pack of gum?
They told me I could, but no, I haven't done it.
Really? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice
They
idea.
will treat you to like, hey, you want something to drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
you
sweet.
Can put it on there. But what I have done is I've delivered items to the wrong house. I've done that definitely.
Yeah.
And, it was a gated house. It was a long drive, and I dropped their items off. The person already started putting them in the refrigerator. Then I realized it was the wrong person's groceries, and they had ice cream and stuff. And
I actually
just sit on the porch. Yeah,
it might have been my house, my friend.
Yes.
I had that exact same situation happen.
Yeah, they were my groceries. I could have used those. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Now, do you ever? You could do like kind of the sickest double dip of all time. If you found out that somebody lost their luggage, you got a hold of their luggage, and you did their Instacart, and you brought their groceries and their lost luggage to their house, you might get head, dude.
I hope they tip well.
Might get head.
They tip
That's
well.
That's a tip.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You might get head.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Have you always been like a gig economist?
No, I've actually done many jobs. I've worked at Ross.
What was your
Walmart.
favorite job?
Favorite United States Postal Service.
Really?
Wow.
Rain, sleet, snow, or hail, baby.
Yeah, it was hard. It was a challenge, but it's something that I love doing. I love being outside. I love no one breathing down my neck or telling me what to do.
Why'd you stop?
I got a traumatic injury on the job.
Ah, dude.
Oh,
No,
sorry to
don't
hear
tell me a dog bite.
No, it wasn't that. I witnessed someone get killed.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Okay.
yeah. So
Were you in the hood?
yeah,
Yeah, that'll do it to
it
you.
was
That's pretty-
12:20 p.m. They didn't care.
12:20
kids out,
p.m.?
People walking around, everything. It was.
Did USPS at least take care of you a little bit for the traumatic? No?
No, they put me through the ringer. I had to basically chase and fight for what I felt like I deserved. And ultimately, it got to a point where I was like, you know what? Screw it. You guys aren't getting me out to safety
Of
because I
course.
didn't feel safe where I was.
Could have been you.
That's
Wasn't getting
unbelievable.
me to safety. I had to fight to get compensation. I said, you know what? I just throw my hands up.
Damn.
Wow. So
I
you
just
just stopped
bit the
fighting it and
bullet.
just kind of
Yeah.
went, wow.
I don't blame you, man. It sucks that you had to
They
stop
made
fighting it.
promises that they weren't meeting, basically, and I was
Shocker.
getting my psychiatrist, get them to say write this recommendation, blah 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 blah. I'm checking off the boxes.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll get this. Okay, I'll get this, and they just weren't living up to what they say they would do.
Oh my God.
Were you, I'm
man.
guessing you're like around like Philadelphia when you're doing mail stuff?
Yeah, I was well, you get loaned out to sister stations as they call them, but my main station was 19120 and 40. Two
That's so
stations
close.
out of one building.
That's so close to my zip code. I'm not gonna get my zip code out, but that's so close. So you're in North Philly.
I was.
Yeah, 1911, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
Northeast, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
That's-
That's awful that they
I'm s-
wouldn't give you any kind of thing. I mean, did they at least give you a couple days off after to just detox and process?
You know, when I called in frantic when this was going on, they told me move down and keep delivering.
Oh my
Rain,
God.
snow, sleet, hail, murder.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, maybe not do
They
as much.
basically showed me they didn't care. And I was
You-
like,
you can deliver it
okay. And
almost,
then
yeah.
I was sent back on the same route the very next day. So.
Damn.
The same
Animals.
so
Very next day.
you got sent out that day. You witnessed a murder, which is a traumatic, horrific event, and the next day they said, "We'll see you in the same place."
Same exact place. I was walking up to the guys as this was going down. Like,
You knew it was going down?
I didn't know what was happening. I was on the phone, mailman
Yeah.
talk on the phone. My phone hung up in the nick of time. I pulled my phone out to see what's going on. Why did my phone call drop? Walking blindly because I'm looking down at my phone. I'm walking up to the guys. I say they were, what? Where's the guy going in the door? They were that close.
Damn.
And I was right here.
No drive-by? It was just a regular shooting?
No, just standing on the corner.
Right facing one another. And then are you backing back and running away? Like, what's?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to
I
relive any of
looked
this if you don't
up
want
from
to.
my
But
phone, one motion. Look up from
Yeah.
my phone, seen it happening, turned around, ran around the corner, hid in the tall grass
That's-
where abandoned building used to be.
That's
And
actually
an old
impressive
man
because
followed me around. Elderly man, gentleman,
Sure.
follow me, hid in the same
That's,
grass.
that's impressive because, like, I think a lot of people think they would do that. But I think if I was in that situation, I would have just been, like, in such shock
I would just
that
sit
I would have
still.
just sat there
Yep.
and been like, holy shit.
yeah,
Dude, I'm so sorry.
Believe it or not,
Yeah, that's awful. You gotta
people
deal
across
with
the
that,
street
dude.
were laughing. They were
Wow.
laughing.
They're
That we
laughing?
ran and hid.
They live in that you ran?
laughed that we
Dude.
ran and hid. I was
Wow.
like,
That's just sad.
this is
That's
entertainment for them.
That's like
And
a
I was
Wow.
yeah, that's like a sad societal thing that's like so above this pay grade. But it's like, damn, that sucks. Well, that was your favorite job. I
That
can't
was.
imagine what your worst job was.
Ross.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
not
did
shaming
we
the
start?
company.
Did we start why that's your favorite job?
Well, we didn't start like that.
Yeah,
was your
he
favorite
asked
job.
what my favorite job was.
Oh,
I said USPS.
well, what can you give us? Maybe I mean, first of all, again, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
That's horrific. What was the good parts? Is just being outside and experiencing everything.
Being
It was
outside, the freedom, delivering mail is
makes people excited.
It's
Dude, you throw some headphones
it's
in, man.
simple,
You,
yeah,
you go to the
you-
grocery store, like you
you
probably
get
get
in
that
the
with
groove
Instacart.
and it's just autopilot. You're just putting mail in the mailboxes and moving
How were the
Wow.
dogs?
on. They were okay. It was more so the cats, believe it or not.
No.
They try to swipe you through the mail slot.
Fuck
and
them.
It's supposed to be animal warning cards
Yeah.
in your mail, but there weren't.
Wow.
We were missing a lot of things: functional vehicles, park points, animal warning cards, a bunch of things. You just sent out and say, "Here, take the mail, go deliver."
Sure. So you were
Yeah,
asking about
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that was his favorite job.
So yeah, what was I mean, Kyle? What was
So
your
Ross was your least favorite.
Yeah.
Why?
Ross,
Why do you hate Ross?
long hours?
Yeah, a lot of work. People
Pay
would come
sucked.
in, fill up a cart.
Nobody
say, "I
shot
only want
anyone,
2
sorry."
items, and then leave.
Right. Wow. How
It
long did
wasn't
you work
the
at Ross?
company? It was the experience.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long? So how long did you work for USPS versus Ross?
USPS 1 year, Ross 11 months.
Okay.
So you were on USPS for 1 year?
1 year.
And you saw that within 1 year. You
1
think that's
year.
like somebody who's been there for like 25, 30 years will catch something insane.
Yeah, so it was.
Wow.
It wasn't pleasant.
What's something about the mail that like the normal average Joe wouldn't know?
It's very dirty. A
Oh.
lot of hands touch it. It sits in a lot of places, and your hands are black after handling it.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Were
Man.
you apprehensive before you walked out there where you're kind of like, fuck, I don't really want to do this, but I have to type thing?
See, that time I think it was like my first time on that route in specific, so I really didn't know what I was
That
going
was your first
into.
time on the route too?
Yeah, all right, my title was city carrier assistant. I wasn't a regular. You know, regulars do the same route every single day.
How long does it take to get to become a regular?
Oh, you could be there for a short time, you could be there for many years. It's no telling.
Kind of like a lottery.
Yeah. So because I was I was here, there, and everywhere. I could be loaned out to a sister station, or I could just be doing a different route every day. It was, unless I put a hold down on one route, I would do that route over and over and over and over. That's if it doesn't have a regular.
Now, did it like the people that you said that have got their established routes that they're on every day? Did you hear any wild stories trying to prepare you for what you might see? Anything they told you, like, look, this is how it goes. This is what it looks like.
Not wild stories, but some things that were countering what we were taught in safety. They were basically telling you to tell the supervisors, you're not doing this or you're not doing that, because they have the ability to. They're regulars, they're grandfather in the system. They don't have any worries. But I'm like, that's my supervisor. I gotta listen to him. And some things the supervisors were telling were not what we should be doing. Like, you gotta jump these fences, you gotta run, you gotta fill your bag. The things that we were told not to do in safety training, basically the supervisor was telling us to do.
What were they telling you if like a dog would come after you? Pet it?
They want us to rely on the bag block. Put the bag between you and the dog, and hopefully the spray will fend it off. But
You guys had spray?
Yeah, dog spray. But
did it work?
I never used it, but I heard it.
Dog spray.
Did you think about deploying it that day, like trying to, or you're just like, I'm getting out of here. I'm not even gonna bother.
When the fucking?
Well, I just didn't know. I would.
shooting?
That would be the only thing I would think of. Is like, I know I have one thing to defend myself. I'm gonna hit it and just.
You
dip
think my
out.
man was bringing dog spray to a gunfight?
Right, basically.
Perhaps, dude.
I'm sorry to laugh, but I think laughing is the best medicine.
Yeah,
I agree.
Sure.
So,
Well,
damn,
thank God you're still
dude.
around. Dude.
Yeah,
This-
man.
I mean, thank God everything worked out. And you're, I mean, happy
And you got a
now.
cool ass fucking crotch rocket.
Yeah.
It's electric.
That's boogie woogie.
Boogie Oogie.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Dude, we are on a fucking wavelength right
This
now. I like
rules,
this
dude.
shit. Awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you for coming by.
No
Yeah.
We
problem.
really appreciate you.
Could we make one final request?
Sure.
Would you mind riding it in front of the camera, just like a quick skirt by?
Look at it. Woo!
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, you too, brother.
I love that guy.
I
man.
love that guy.
He
Such a
is
good
the man.
Such a good perspective on life, that guy.
That's a new angle. I kind of like that.
Sir, what do you think about the eclipse?
We got cameras here. You can just check them out later on.
I think
You just do it
take
right
the
to my
mic.
phone, please.
I think it's wonderful. It brings humanity together. There's a sea of humanity. There are fools out there who see this as a negative sign from God. Their head is in the middle of the Middle Ages.
Why do you say that? Who are you hearing that says it's negative?
An eclipse has nothing to do with any of us. It's something we can appreciate. It's something that is beyond our power. Not beyond our knowledge, but it's beyond our power. Mathematicians can chart it. All it has to do is is the relationship between three bodies: the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon, and that's it. And it couldn't
about the
give
Father
a
and the Son
damn
and the Holy
about any
Spirit?
of us. We're here to appreciate it, and it's the wonder of the universe, really.
To
And-
be fair, if I was shitting in a hole back in the 1200s and the sun just disappeared,
oh yeah,
I would think the world's ending.
I would
You
think
have
the
to
world would be
think
done.
that. Yeah, you have no choice.
So anyone who says that nowadays, there's a certain politician whom I won't name.
Okay.
Female politician who said.
Wow, that's a
who
complete
said,
turn. Actually, I didn't see that
Friday's
earlier.
earthquake.
Yeah.
That was a major non-event.
Yeah.
Friday's earthquake.
Well, you never been impressed by 4.8 before?
And today's eclipse is our punishment for our sinful ways.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
That's what they're saying, which
Well,
is like ridiculous.
That's what they're saying.
I could agree
I
with
mean,
that.
that is no.
Welcome to America. This is what happens.
nature. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
from-
love these glasses. If you put them on, normally, you're blind.
Yeah.
And if you look at the eclipse without them, you'll become blind.
Yeah.
So, I got a pair.
All right,
here.
yeah,
We're going to hit the max. I'm a science teacher. We're going to hit the
Oh.
max sometime between 3:23 and 3:24.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the current time is 3:06. So we were about 17 between 17 and 18 minutes to 90%.
Perfect.
My sister lives in Burlington, Vermont,
Oh, is she on the path?
and she's getting the full Monty, as they say.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's
We watch dogs. We're watching the dog of somebody who went to Rochester.
Got it.
So there's northerly and easterly trajectory from Texas.
Nice.
So it's going to go by Rochester, New York.
It does feel darker. It feels like it's getting darker.
Certainly
Yeah,
darker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feels
it feels like there's like going to be a rainstorm
Yeah,
coming.
I
Of course, as luck would have it, the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beyond
Yeah.
our control.
Not
too,
ideal time, but yeah.
I think
That one was God.
excited.
That was God
I'm
horsing
a
around.
substitute teacher. I was. That's why I'm all fancied up.
Yeah.
I was doing music at Masterman, great school.
Is that tweed?
And,
The
pardon me?
suit? Is that tweed?
No, today.
No,
I
the
did it.
suit. The suit. Is that tweed?
Is that? Oh yeah. This is camel hair.
Camel hair.
Camel hair.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I don't think I've seen camel hair suit before.
You ever had a camel hair suit?
No,
That was
I've never
worthy
seen it
of
in
puking.
person.
But anyway, but at Masterman, here's your trivia question.
Okay.
What is the only major hit
We're going to send this one
about
to him.
the eclipse that anyone ever made?
I'm sorry, what's the major?
What? There's one major hit.
Song.
It was by a. It was
Oh,
big
Total
in the
Eclipse
UK.
of the Heart.
What?
Total Eclipse of the
Of
Heart.
course,
I
but-
was singing it.
but
I was
the
singing
Total
it to the
What's he win?
Bonnie Tyler.
What's he
And
win?
She's a Welsh singer. It came out in '82, and that was her major hit. It was really
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Turn
Yeah,
Around.
absolutely.
It's also called Turn Around. That's the only. So they were playing that at
Turn
Masterman when I
around.
got there. But they were the
Turn around.
Turn around.
Fall apart.
I wish I knew the words.
Yeah, me too.
But there's a key line, Total Eclipse of the Heart, which was actually intended for vampires.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
the original intent of the song was
Maybe there are vampires.
to be
among
like a
us right now.
vampire love song.
Really?
Because the heart goes dark and everything.
That's not cheesy. It's garlicky.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, that was real 80s. That was disco.
Yeah,
that was
banger, though.
disco 80s. Bonnie Tyler. That was her major hit. But
Well, look, as a science teacher, if you can give us one major thing, I know you talked about everything going with the eclipse, one major thing we should think about while the eclipse is happening, an important thing that you think that a scientific community should know.
the one thing that we should know is that there's something a lot bigger than we are, and they're
Jeff Bezos.
heavenly matters have nothing to do with us. They're out of our control.
Got it.
Some people say they influence us. Maybe. Do we influence them? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Einstein said it best. He said, God created the universe, his notion of God, which was the universe. But as far as human affairs, he doesn't really care much about that.
Why does every science teacher have such good flow?
Such what?
Good flow.
You have beautiful hair.
Because to me, science and religion are the same thing. I don't distinguish between science and religion. Science is all religion aims for ultimate knowledge.
Do you think
the
that
difference is religion is based on ultimate knowledge, based on faith. Science is based on ultimate knowledge, based on evidence.
I feel
faith
religion
in
religion is
really
a concept
the real world,
which is explained and broken down and explained through science.
Got it.
Like we still haven't. There's a lot to be discovered yet, right?
Yeah.
But religion is a concept. Religion, I'm saying,
Right.
is a concept. Right?
You were saying?
It's a concept.
Religion
Right.
is a concept. He's
It's a
saying.
concept that is broken down and explained through science.
Right. Okay.
Why is this happening? Why is that happening?
What is what happened?
Whatever is happening.
He's asking why do they take science and religions are based on some kind of other explanation for science, or it's conducive with science and they're not necessarily opposed to one another.
No, not at all. Especially Eastern religion. Eastern religion. There's a famous book called The Tao of Physics,
Yeah.
based on the teachings of Lao Tzu, the father of Taoism.
Yeah,
Yin
yeah.
Yang.
I've read
And
lots.
I mean, yeah.
I
we
mean,
have
we could
yin
check-
and yang on the atomic. We have electrons
Is that in the free
and
library?
protons, everything in opposition.
Read up.
Would that be in the free library?
Would that be what?
Would that Yin Yang book be in the free library?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, might have to check that one out after this.
Okay.
Or you can look it up. Just look at the Lao Tzu, L-A-O.
Just Wikipedia it?
TSE. But,
All right,
but I
Wikipedia.
believe then, yeah, I mean, there's something mystical about
The Art of War.
about
Yeah, I
modern
like that guy.
physics, about
The art of war.
relativity,
Just
the
in
Big
general.
Bang. I mean, it's like, and there's more that we don't know than we do. I'm an agnostic, but I'm a mystical agnostic.
Describe that.
I
What's
don't
that mean?
know. Well, because
Like Lord of the
basing
Rings?
things on science, I have to say I don't know. To be an atheist would be as much. An atheist is every bit as much a true believer as a religious fanatic, because both are convinced of something.
Yeah,
So, and
exactly.
the atheist says there is no God, but you can't deny God if you don't define it.
Yeah.
And to define God is to
That was
establish
great.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to know
Yeah.
anything about that.
That's a great
Pretty
perspective.
fair. Pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's like.
I wish you taught me science.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm a retired from the. I was at Germantown High School most of my career. I'm a retired teacher, but my wife doesn't want to put up with me 24/7.
I hear you.
She likes to farm me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad move. Not a bad
So
move.
today I was Masterman. Tomorrow I'll be at Central. They're great schools. I mean,
Find
Yeah,
a podcast
great
to come on, yeah.
Yeah, and you find a
And,
podcast to come on to.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
The job came in for Central. I don't even know what it is. I mean,
Nice.
you nab it, and then you find out what you got.
Did you go to WrestleMania?
Do I got? No.
He did.
Oh my God!
Are you
should
into
have gone to
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Oh,
I acknowledge the tribal chief.
Do you acknowledge?
are
Do you
you a
acknowledge the
wrestler?
tribal chief?
pardon me?
Do you acknowledge the tribal chief?
Do I acknowledge what?
The tribal chief?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. To be honest,
He's a Cody crybaby.
He's a Cody crybaby.
everyone to his or her own taste. I've never been into. I'm into the Phillies pretty much. I like baseball.
Yeah.
The Phillies, they're breaking my heart, so I stopped paying attention to them.
eight
It's
games.
early. It's early.
It's early.
Six
You never
games.
know. But
Can we get a prediction for the year?
Like,
What do you
I
think?
like boxing, baseball. Yeah, they're my sports.
Can we get a scientific prediction on what the Phillies are going to do?
On what the Phillies are going to do?
Yeah.
I think they're going to catch fire sometime in May.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
because they
Yeah.
they
I
have
don't
the
know
right
much
stuff
about
and the wrong stuff. I mean, in the Grapefruit League, the Phillies won. They scored 10 runs in one inning.
Yeah.
But then after the season began, who was it? They lost. Oh, Atlanta scored 7 runs in the 8th inning to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a wacky world. It's very psychological.
Unexplainable.
I mean, it's all about psychology.
That's why you need God. That's what he's here for.
Yeah.
Basically, one team becomes the other team's bitch. I mean, let's be honest.
Speak.
And, it's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And maybe that happens in WrestleMania, though. Isn't that scripted?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is scripted. But do you
It's
enjoy
absolutely
it? You enjoy
scripted.
the
I
but
mean,
it's
a
acrobatics
show.
and
It's an acrobatic show.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
The fucking clouds are killing us right now.
Wait, where's my phone?
That was the cloud or the moon.
I got to check the time.
How are we doing?
You're good. Yeah, you can leave whenever you want.
Yeah, you don't have to hold
you
you up.
don't have to stay here.
Okay,
you're good.
the full Monty will be.
Thank you so
in,
much. It was a pleasure
Enjoy the
being
flight
on the
back.
show.
Enjoy the flight back.
Yeah, dude,
90%
thanks for hanging out.
of
Have
clips
fun.
should be happening between 9 and 10 minutes from now.
Okay, perfect.
What station do you work for?
YouTube.
You work for YouTube?
Yeah, our overlords.
I'm on YouTube. You want to look at me up?
Yeah, what's your name?
Here it is. Yeah.
No,
you can-
it's we're all
it'll be
we're
right on
recording.
here.
We're
Ken
recording
Shamberg,
this.
it's Alex Zane. You can look it up on your iPhone.
Alex Zane.
It's spelling game. I'll write it down for you.
No. It's on the camera.
Oh, it's on the camera.
Yeah.
It's Alex Zane spelling game.
Got it.
USA. I'm a good speller.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Spell
so I was
Schuylkill.
on, so I
Spell
no
Schuylkill.
spoilers, but I was that was in 07.
He's got a great one for you.
Spell Schuylkill.
Schuylkill. Capital SCHUYLKILL.
I'll take your word for
Keep
it.
them
Not bad.
coming.
I'm not mad at that.
And Schuylkill.
Spell tomorrow.
TOMORROW. And you got that today. What's the
This guy's nice, dude. You gotta get into career in comedy.
Keep them coming. I love it. I was a total loser when I was a kid, but when it came to the only time I was ever popular was I couldn't play baseball or anything.
Yeah.
I was a total nerd. But when it was time for a spelling bee, man, everyone loved
You're a
me.
rock star, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was a rock
the ladies
star.
love a good speller. It is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you're a good speller, but I'd take you in the post.
Well, actually, the only lady who loved me was my mother, and I have my doubts about that. But at the time, any more spelling words?
Chief.
Chief, CHIEF.
Why is that I before E except after C? Why does it not apply there?
Well, here's the rule: it's I before E except after C. Except for weird, which is weird.
Yeah.
Saying that there's the exceptions. I before E, except after C. RECEIVE, DECEIVE, CHIEF, SHIELD.
Yeah.
But weird is weird.
All right, we got one last one for you. Ready?
WEIRD, which, but that's weird, of course.
We're gonna give you one more. And then
Okay, I'm ready.
We won't hold you up. Fergalicious.
What's that?
Fergalicious.
Fergalicious?
Fergalicious.
Oh, Fergalicious.
Yeah.
About Fergie of the group.
That's exactly right.
You thought you were going to get him.
Fergalicious would be FERGALICIOUS.
The guy's the Rain Man of
too good.
spelling.
He's too good.
He's a Black Eyed Peas fan. He's a science teacher,
He's
and he
a
comes out
torrential-
here for
yeah,
an
it's
eclipse.
unbelievable.
You're a triple threat.
And are you ready for supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
You know what? If you do it,
SUPERCALIFRAGILISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS.
Wow.
And if you read it backwards, it's Swoisiligar. Wait. Yes. Sitsiligar. Swoikatalapsi, Ilac Repus.
Okay, there we go.
That's supercalifragilistic.
if you were born,
read it
if you were born in the 1200s when these eclipses were happening, people would think you're a witch.
If what again?
You'd be burned at the stake if this was 1200s.
Yeah.
Spelling supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Right. Well, last night I burned a steak.
Wow.
That's why my wife threw me out of the house.
There he is. Thank you, brother.
You guys are the best.
Thanks for hanging out. You're
Have
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Full Monty. Here
Appreciate it.